Hello and welcome, Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's see what is going on. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Hierophant. All right, so definitely feeling like you are a master of your craft, feeling some wish fulfillment, some happiness. It's like you've learned some lessons. You've definitely grown from them. Lots of positivity coming through, Cancer. Good job. Lucky, lucky. All right, then we have the Emperor. We have the King of Wands. And bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So definitely getting kind of, out of that icky type of energy, that kind of holding you back, that fear, that stress, that worry. It's like you're getting over it. It's either you are... I feel like a lot of you, with all those books around, have been studying something. Maybe that's why you've been like really stressed out, a lot of worry. This could have something to do with school. This could have something to do with maybe you're a teacher, a little bit apprehensive about going back, or, kind of fearful. Yeah, I'm also getting that... for some of you, for a lot of you, some of you, you've been journaling, really kind of writing your thoughts, getting that out of you and just putting it on paper. So it's not just, kind of festering inside. And so that's good. But it's finding, a healthy option of like, dealing with some stress, with some sleepless nights, things like that. It does look like you're overcoming that. You're going into something that's, like I said, a lot. It's like coming out of the darkness into the light. You're finding that balance. With the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant, like I said, it does feel like you are really learning a lot about yourself, learning a lot about, this journey that you are on. Like I said, it feels like for a lot of you, you're like that master of your craft is what I keep getting. With the Nine of Cups, like I said, wish fulfillment. This is happiness. This is something that's making you just feel complete. With the Emperor and the King of Wands, this is definitely taking control of something, figuring out your next move, where it is you want to go, and this is taking action. I keep getting that for a lot of you. Not only are you figuring some things out, you're being very strategic with whatever it is that you are thinking about. It's like you're planning out your next move is what I keep getting. All right, so Nine of Cups, we have Temperance. We have Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. And we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so it really kind of feels for like a lot of you, like I said, especially going with this Nine of Swords, you could be, coming out of a breakup, that's why you're so kind of stressed out, worried, like I said, full of fear, things like that. But it's like you're in a better place. Like I said, it feels like you have been journaling, or you have been, doing something to where it feels like you've learned your lessons, and you're definitely moving on. You're growing from this. You're going towards that Nine of Cups, which is, like I said, wish fulfillment. It's your happiness. Four of Swords really feels like I said, you're healing, you're pulling your energy back. Ace of Pentacles and Temperance, you want that new beginning, you want that new opportunity. This is a chance for you to grow. This is a chance for you to find, like I said, that balance is what I keep getting, especially with that Temperance. It's that healing balance. Beautiful. All right, so for the Hierophant, we have the King of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Five of Cups. So yeah, so remember, I kept saying that I feel like you guys are just being strategic with your next move, and that's what I'm really getting, especially with that Seven of Swords here. King of Cups, somebody could have been concealing some feelings, or not being, just outright with them, kind of hiding them, kind of being sneaky. Like I said, it just feels like somebody's being a little sneaky about their next move or something. With the Five of Cups, it does feel like there's been some regret, some sadness. It almost feels like you are wanting to reach out to somebody, but then like you're not, or this could be vice versa. But Five of Cups is definitely talking about some kind of loss, sadness, regret. But I keep getting something about communication. Maybe you're being strategic about how you're going to communicate. Like I said, your next move. I don't know. I keep getting something about communication, though. All right, so at the Emperor, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Fool card, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, I keep getting a lot of growth. I keep getting, especially with this Fool, like I said, going towards this new beginning, having faith in yourself. Like I said, I keep getting growth. So this could be, going towards something. Like I said, it feels like you're coming out of a relationship. Doesn't even necessarily have to be a relationship. Some kind of situationship that really kind of puts you in your head. Like I said, just like loss, sadness, regrets, stress, worry, like all that stuff. And it's like you're finally coming out of that energy. And like I said, I just keep getting growth because we're going from the King of Pentacles, which is already about security and stability, to the Emperor. So I keep getting like small steps, but they're making like a huge difference. All right, King of Wands, we have the Seven of Wands, we have Justice card, and we have the Ten of Cups. So we've got a lot of abundance here, a lot of abundance that you are going towards, that you are either giving yourself or that you're going to be finding and growing with somebody here, especially with the Ace of Pentacles being involved, and then Temperance card, speaking of like a soulmate type of energy as well. Seven of Wands, this is being kind of defensive, but for a good reason. Like I said, it feels like you're just being very strategic. Justice, this could be righting a wrong. For some of you, I keep getting for some of you, you could be like legally separated, possibly going through a divorce, and that's why you're being kind of strategic. But it does feel like you do have someone that that is helping you through this. And with the Ten of Cups, again, this is happiness, this is abundance, this is talking about a family card. Like I said, a lot of wish fulfillment here, a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. We have that Knight of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. So again, wish fulfillment, happiness. All right, so, this is just taking action, really putting your focus towards something other than your own sorrow or other than your own loss, regret, sadness, stress, worry. It's like, how can I make this work for me? It's like you really used it to your advantage. You used it to motivate you in order to go towards your wish fulfillment, your own happiness. You used it to, like I said, motivate you, to move you forward here. All right, so Cancer, let's get some oracle cards here. Any other messages for Cancer? Okay, this one keeps pulling me. So we have protecting treasure. So you could be guarding your own happiness, guarding your own abundance, whatever this means to you. Definitely guarding it. That's why that, you're being kind of strategic. And that's why that Seven of Wands is here as well. Okay, we have remain positive. So keep thinking positive. Raise that vibration. Don't be focused on the negative. Keep going towards your abundance. Keep going towards your own happiness. I keep getting take control of your own happiness. That includes making tough decisions, tough choices, but if it's what's going to make you happy in the end and it feels right, then you got to go with it. May not make sense to somebody else, but that's okay. Doesn't have to. Okay, I swear this card is like coming out for almost every sign. Love yourself as much as you want your soulmate to love you. So again, I do feel like a soulmate's going to be involved, but it feels more like a future type of energy. Like immediate future type of energy. So, you could just be waiting for that person. And these are the two that I wanted to take to on the bottom. Adventure awaits, go find it. And then sometimes the strongest people in the morning are the people who cried all night. So kind of going, that makes perfect sense. Like I said, especially with this Nine of Swords, card coming out, that Nine of Swords energy. It's like you try to put on that happy front and, you cried all night, but that's okay. We all heal in our own way, in our own time. But you're not giving up, and that's the most important part, Cancer. All right, let's get some Law of Attraction cards for Cancer. Okay, we have gratitude. Thank you. So gratuity increases attraction and opportunities. Little things count, so be grateful for all of your life. So even the littlest things. Bottom of the deck is visualization. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome. Experience, feeling, and details. Yeah, the more you can really, get into that, really feel it, really, believe it, the more it is, or well, not the more, but the easier it is for you to manifest. All right. Let's take a relationship. This is the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. So let's take some for Cancer. I want a few of these, please. And that is what we got. Okay. Okay, so we have wicked. So mischievous, naughty, harmful, dangerous, false portrayal, lie, cheat, and beware. Okay, so Cancer, like I said, could be coming out of a bad relationship, a bad breakup here. We have teasing and communication. So teasing is flirtatious, having a crush, playing, having fun, keeping it airy, enjoying each other, and joking around. So this is really saying to me, just taking things, like I said, I kept getting small steps. So this could just be, kind of just flirting, getting that vibe back, getting your groove back, finding yourself having fun, but not going towards, automatic commitment or something like that. It's just like you're taking your time with, putting yourself back out there. Then we have communication. So address concern without attacking person. Communication is the issue. Healthy, loving dialogue. So, all right. So that is definitely a message for somebody out there. Yeah, but I'm just getting, like I said, the main focus of all of this is you guys definitely going towards your abundance, just remaining positive, like I said, raising that vibration, definitely. That's going to help you, like I said, manifest, bring in all this abundance, because you have that 10 of Cups, you have that 10 of Cups here, and then you have the 10 of Pentacles here. So yeah, so again, abundance, this could have something to do with the family situation. Whatever the case is, it feels like communication is going to be key to helping you get there. So whether this is relying on a friend, just talking it out with somebody, all the stuff that you've been through, instead of just keeping it inside, letting it fester, it's whatever you need to do to get to that wish fulfillment. Like I said, it's just going to require some focus and some action. So again, communication, talk to a friend, talk to a family member, whatever it is, to get you to that, point of, what, I feel okay. I feel like I can start this healing process. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to get my abundance. So, all right. Well, that is what I have for you, Cancer. So I do hope this helps your situation. And until next time, take care.